Welcome to your unconventional commencement.
Greetings to everyone, students, families and friends, FIT faculty, staff, and administration, and other distinguished guests. I am Dr. Giacomo Oliva, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you to this very special virtual event in celebration of the members of FIT's graduating class and the completion of their associate and baccalaureate degrees. We wish that we could be with you here today in person to share these joyous proceedings, for they underscore the importance of higher learning and mark a significant milestone in our students' education. Nonetheless, we are thankful that through the power of technology, we are able to come together virtually to recognize and congratulate our graduates for all that they have accomplished. We sincerely hope that you enjoy our commencement ceremony today.
Commencement is about the future, and we are celebrating the start of a new phase in all of your lives as holders of well-earned FIT degrees. Commencement is also about the past, as you follow in the footsteps of graduates before you. And now we proceed with one of FIT's commencement traditions, the transfer of colors. The Fashion Institute of Technology was founded in 1944 during World War II by individuals of great vision. It began in borrowed space with borrowed equipment. But one item of its own was an American flag. The flag has been handed down as a visible demonstration of the way each class touches the next in a never-ending chain.
And as we honor the American flag, so too we honor the flags of all countries, as represented by the flag of the United Nations, as tribute to the diversity of our community and the world.
FIT is a public institution that serves many. Among the most important are the people of New York State. Our flag is a deep blue. Our students will transfer from one class to the other the colors of the state of New York. The city of New York is also served by this great institution. The city's Dutch heritage is identified by the colors of its flag, orange, white, and blue. Our students will now transfer from one class to the other the colors of the city of New York. The flag that remains is FIT's. It is blue, symbolizing aspiration, dedication, and achievement. It represents the faith in education with a purpose that was held by the founders of this college with great pride. We conclude this traditional ceremony by asking our students to transfer from one class to the other the colors of the Fashion Institute of Technology of the State University of New York. Madam President, the colors have been transferred.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. The past year and a half has not been easy, as we live through moments in history such as the pandemic, the Black Lives Matter movement, virtual schooling, the Stop Asian Hate movement, and many more. You persisted through and discovered the silver linings of being virtual. You coped with being away from family and friends, you found employment in a scarce job market, and for some, you managed to stay sane being at home. These are a few of many victories you may have encountered, and I hope they remind you all how strong you are. The former SGA president, Sally Haas, once said, "You are not a student first, but a human being." After today, some of you may not be students, but remember that you are not a job, You are not a service. You are a human being, and your feelings are always validated. Reflect, forgive, and rest because you deserve it. We are all unique people from different walks of life, and I encourage you to listen to understand others. Hate and bigotry are not accepted here and not accepted for any reason. Protect your neighbors and check in with your friends and family. You never know what battle people are going through. It's okay not to be okay, but always remember that you have the power to create your reality. Thank you to all the families and everyone at FIT for believing in us, and I wish nothing but the best for everyone. Thank you.
As the President of the Faculty Senate, and on behalf of all the faculty of the Fashion Institute of Technology, congratulations. You have not only graduated from an incredible institution, but you have done so in one of the most unusual times in the history of FIT. You persevered not only with the numerous and challenging tasks that normally comprise a degree, but with everything extra that the world could throw at you as well. For this reason, we, the faculty, know and are completely certain that success will follow you wherever you go. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, FIT Class of 2020. It's been a year since we actually graduated, and a year unlike any in the past century. To those of you who lost someone this past year, I wish you my deepest condolences. The past year has been especially challenging, and more challenges lie ahead. We graduated during the craziest of times, but fortunately, all of us have the benefit of having received an amazing education and great professional preparation, thanks to the fabulous faculty and curriculum at FIT. We are creative people and resilient people. We get to be a part of shaping the future, which is changing more than we could have ever anticipated when we were getting ready to graduate last year. I wish you all the best of luck as you venture forth, utilizing all that you've learned and experienced during your time at FIT. And I hope that we can continue to connect with and support one another in the future. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, Class of 2020 and Class of 2021. This is your own very glorious day. This may not be the commencement that you dreamed of, but in no way does the lack of traditional ritual take away from your achievement. Naturally, you didn't arrive at FIT wanting to be known as the classes of COVID-19, but perhaps there's another way to look at it. Last year, in a commencement speech that he delivered in Ohio, Tom Hanks called you the chosen ones. Chosen because you chose to succeed. You chose to complete your choice of studies. You chose, in the face of an unimaginable fate, to graduate. And here you are. You walked through that storm and you claimed your place and you found your voice. And indeed, this is your day. And though the pandemic will forever be part of your identity, there's something else, something more important that distinguishes you. In your time with us, the world, the country, and our campus as well became the canvas for some of the era's most difficult, divisive issues. Racism and bigotry of every description, gun violence, immigration, police brutality, climate change. And you looked at the violence and the bigotry and the destruction of the environment in the face and in ways that cannot be misinterpreted or ignored. You said no. You raised your voice, you rallied, you protested and petitioned, you put your elected officials and your FIT professors, all the administrators, and me as well, on notice and demanded change. Fairness, equity, diversity, respect. You became change agents for a world in desperate need of repair. You give me hope for a better future. However, now you face more choices as you step into the careers that you prepared for at FIT and life, real life, takes over. How are you going to nurture your sense of purpose? As you start to grow and build new families and friendships, and new experiences shape your perspectives, what values will you hold dear and continue to fight for? What will be your North Star? Well, my bet is on you. In times of unprecedented peril, you chose the light and proved that you have the power to make a difference. So class of 2020 and class of 2021, I will be watching as you make your mark. And I want to wish you much success and Godspeed. And now I am thrilled to be able to introduce your commencement speaker and the recipient of the 2021 President's Award for Creative Excellence. I suspect that this is a woman who needs no introduction. She's an actress, a singer, a producer, a director, and entrepreneur. I bring you Tracee Ellis Ross.
FIT! Classes of 2020 and 2021. Woohoo! I am so honored to be your commencement speaker this year, and oh, how I wish we were together in person celebrating this powerful, beautiful moment in your lives. And also so that I could see what great outfits you all would have chosen to wear under your cap and your gowns. But honestly, there's pretty much no one else that I would rather be with than a group of creators and innovators. I think you all are doing the work of angels, seriously. I have loved and treasured fashion, design, and craftsmanship from a very, very, very young age. I basically came out of the womb with two things: joy and a hankering for all things exquisitely designed, be it a doll, jewelry, a table, a building, ceramics, textiles, turnstiles, album covers, and trust me, I've seen an album cover or two in my day. I've witnessed the power of a kick-ass suit and a beaded gown, a church hat, and a great commercial. I have lost myself in way too many games of Miss Pac-Man than I care to admit. Main titles for TV shows reside in my heart for eternity. I love a beautifully bound book, pillowcases, sheets, and French antiques, wallpaper, light fixtures, sofas, rugs, and did I mention shoes? Shoes. I have always loved shoes. I notice it all. It offers me fuel, and all of it is an integral part of my identity and self-expression. Some of you are leaving FIT as designers of toys, interiors, cars, games, and packaging, photographers, illustrators, architects, animators, and filmmakers. Some of you are on the business side of these creative industries, heading into advertising, marketing, or journalism. Or you will become experts in art, cosmetics, home products, and textiles. So basically, you all will be making things for me. Or you will be building retail strategies or managing sustainable supply chains, which also fascinate me as someone who has launched her own beauty business, Pattern Beauty, and is building a plane as I am flying it, so to speak. What unites everyone here graduating today is creativity. That is what brought you to FIT. You all are dream weavers, the spice rack of our lives. I can tell you from experience that we need people who are professionally bilingual, who speak both design and business, creativity and commerce. So whether you end up on the creative side or the business side of this industry, you will have an opportunity to use your talent as a gateway into changing perceptions. And that is vitally important. You will be telling the stories of what's happening in our lives, particularly at this inflection point that we're in right now. Fashion and design give us an opportunity to make a statement about who we are and what matters to us. So I ask you, who are you and what matters to you? Keep asking yourself that question year after year. Let your heart and your gut be your guide, and be excellent at what you do. And as the great John Lewis said, you must be bold, brave, and courageous, and find a way to get in the way. So how will you get in the way in your own way? How will you stand for justice, freedom, equity, inclusion, choice, and safety? Because we no longer have the luxury of not being bold, brave, and courageous. Let your work comfort, inspire, offer an escape, or be a platform. People will have a piece of you, your energy, your vision, along with them at pivotal moments in their lives. So know your impact and use it wisely. I'm counting on you. What it takes to be a creative force and graduate is no small feat, and to do it now, this year, bravo! Creating in a bubble and not in community is not easy. Making a transition into virtual learning in the middle of your education, that's no joke. So I already know that you are determined. Taking that determination out with you into the world is a challenge, but knowing the education that you've had, the mentors who have guided you, and the outstanding work that you've done to earn this degree, I'm absolutely sure you're going to crush it. So please get in the way every chance you have. Go big and go bold, and I want you to know that I will be cheering you on every stilettoed step of the way. Congratulations. How's my hat? Let's make it more fluffy. Ah, much better. Congratulations. Bravo, bravo. Oh, a round of applause and a standing ovation.
Greetings. I am Troy Richards, the Dean of the School of Art and Design. Madam President, it is my pleasure and honor to now present to you the candidates recommended by the faculty of the School of Art and Design for conferral of the degrees Associate in Applied Science and Bachelor of Fine Art from the Fashion Institute of Technology.
Abigail Aguilar, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Nisha Ijaz, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Caroline All, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Erin Becker, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Aviva Bogart, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fine Arts. Riley Braun, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Elon Bright, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Mihikela Buenaventura, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Jacqueline Burke, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Katie Kadavid, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Shinjia Chai, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Brittany Davis, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fine Arts. Gina Del Perro, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Sayamara Danawa, Associate in Applied Science, Fine Arts. Sophia Dudnick, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fine Arts. Danica Escalante, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Alexandra Espinoza, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Gina Fayazzi, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Julia Fernandez, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Marshall Fleury, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Evelyn Franco, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Emma Gasca, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Manvi Galcha, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Rebecca Gomez, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Antigona Halili, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Vohyun Han, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Christian Hanover, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Jennifer Hotzler, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Kayla Hodak, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. John Paul Hoang, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Yeji Jang, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Line Zian Johnson, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Gabriella Junco, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Dong Hyun Kang, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Mina Khan, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Mira Kamen, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Shane Kidd, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Yun Soo Kim, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Fiona Krogelitz, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Jody Lager, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Katarina Lamb, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. S.I. Yun Lee, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Erika Leibovitz, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Nico Lowry, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Matthias Madsen, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Jenny Marmol, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Caitlin McDonald, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Rosa Miranda, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Jihao M.O., Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Nicole Monegro, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Richard Montanez, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Robert Murphy, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Efstathios Nalpantidis, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Iris Nan, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Veronica Nelson, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Trisha Nguyen, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Nicole Nunez, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Lindsay Orlando, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Delicia Paris, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Diana Paterno, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Sienna Prater, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Chanel Rapiz, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Soleil Rosado, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Nicoletta Royal, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Santo Sam, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Alyssa Sanchez, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Maria Scarcella, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Ian Scheck, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Miku Sekimoto, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Carrion Shepherd, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Olivia Silvestro, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Matthew Stein, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Cameron Stella, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Daniel Sussman, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Mariel Tepper, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Vivian Valentine, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Alexandra Valm, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Christopher Vey, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Cynthia Villamil, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Jeremiel Walton, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Sandra Woodland, Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Ashley Wu, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Julia E., Associate in Applied Science. Fine Arts. Megan Hughes, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Fine Arts. Carla Bella, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Emmanuel Agwam, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Aisha Akeju, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration.
Thanks, Mom, for supporting me through this very long journey, and thank you to all my professors who believed in me even when they didn't believe in myself.
Morella Albanese, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Yeonhee Allen, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Yamile Elmonte, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Adam Ali, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Emily Arlantico, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Nicole Arroyo, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Nicole Artigas, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Caitlin Ashley, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Danielle Bowles, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Anisha Bashir, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Julia Bates, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Gabriella Biganja, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Charles Ben, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Taylor Bender, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Diego Best, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Salma Bravo, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Logan Brennan, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Lancy Brooks, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Christian Brunner, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, May Bukowski, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Raphael Jason Kalungsad, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Stephen Campanella, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Jacqueline Carrero, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Renee Chan, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Leslie Chong, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Margaret Shah, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Vicky Chen, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Camille Chen, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Yoonhee Chung, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Riley Cohn, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Giselle Colon, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Stephen Compton, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Jennifer Contreras, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Jonathan Cazzoli, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Michaela Dominique Cruz, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Gabriel Curley, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Mark Cuban, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Olivia Davis, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Jorik de Haas, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Courtney Demela, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Christina Dewurst, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Dawn Din, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration, Rafael Dones, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Katarina Dowling, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Mary Draffin, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration,
Thank you to my family and thank you to my hardworking professors and congrats to my classmates because we did it. Class of 2020.
Maze Erner, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration, Nicholas Fagan, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Kendall Ferris, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Laura Phone, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Hao Yue Phone, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Sabrina Farran, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Kevin Flores Del Villar, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Natalie Fontanez, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Rico Ford, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Savannah Fraga, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Miles Gala, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Tatiana Garcia, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Jacqueline Garduno, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Jacqueline Gassler, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Miranda Gauntlet, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Lauren German, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Catherine Gibbons, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Eldar Gilmanov, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Joshua Gomez, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Rachel Gottheil, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Eileen Guerrero Mateus, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Ji Young Han, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Sarah Haskell, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Toby Herskowitz, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Nicole Hogan, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Allison Hollandes, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Tatiana Huertas, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Michael Hines, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Emily Jaworowski, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Alyssa Jed, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Jones Joby, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Raquel Johnson, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Amanda Jordan, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Larissa Judpajanowski, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Lauren Junio, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Dahan Kong, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Brianna Kelly, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Nicholas Kesslake, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Nicole Kao, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Annika Kohler, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Maria Kaufman, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Colleen Cornish, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Noah Kramer, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Alexandra Kravtsova, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Lee-Hyun Kuhn, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Olivia Lacera, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Jacob Laskowski, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Vincent Laferrera, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: J. Laguna, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Nikki LaMountain, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Eun-Jean Lee, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Yoon Lee, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Juliana Likasara, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Ziyi Lee, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Jimmy Lee, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Stephen Lee, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Wei Luan Lin, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Taedong Lin, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Alicia Litt, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Nico Lopresti, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Danielle Madara, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Santiago Malave, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Gabrielle Marciana, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Karina Mata, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Christine Matthew, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Teresa McDonough, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Sierra McKenna, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Margot Medwin, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Melanie Mejia, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration:
Guys, we did it. We're finally getting our graduation. It's about time. Anyways, congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it.
Elizabeth Mendez, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Maria Manella, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Natalia Mises, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Catherine Mills, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Ariana Mohabir, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Alyssa Molina, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Matthew Mortati, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Kirsten Moy, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Joseph Nelson, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Amy Nguyen, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: Tyler Nieves, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Abina Kruma, Associate in Applied Science. Illustration: David Ortiz, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration: Michelle Pacala, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Devin Palmer, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Mackenzie Panessa, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Sean-Jung Park, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Min A. Park, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Ralph Patiti, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Amanda Patton, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Yarlin Paulino, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Williams Perez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Brian Pimentel Monroy, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration.
Hi, I'm Brian Pimentel from Class 2020, and after these 4 years in FIC, I just want to say thank you to my professors, and I wish all my friends and everyone good luck, and I hope to see you down the road.
Sabrina Poon, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Catherine Pryor, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Melissa Quelez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Vanessa Quinones, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. No Ramirez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration.
Hello, here to say that I graduated.
Maria Ramirez, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Chelsea Reyes, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Nicholas Reyes, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Joseph Rivera, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Olivia Rodriguez, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Suzelle Romulus, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Mateo Rubino, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Chloe Ruiz, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Christina Ruiz, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Nava Saad, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Simon Sappos, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Holly Salerno, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Aniello Salvati, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Anuti Santana, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Alex Sherman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Tia Schiappo, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Tyler Scott, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Jessica Sheehan, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Amelia Smithies, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Panagiotis Sukaras, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Raven Stevens, Associate in Applied Science, Illustration. Faith Stone, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Illustration. Joshua Sueho, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Alvin Hearns Sumigke. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Leslie Tapia Ramos. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Ariana Taylor. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Camilla Tlemisova. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Nicholas Tomaselli. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Laura Torres. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Natalie Tse. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Jessie Amahi. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Ann Vecina. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Melissa Velasquez. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Rosanna Victorio Abreu. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Karen Vidals. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Anna Voss. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Miranda Wong. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. David Wetstein. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Alex Williams. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Tiffany Wong. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Melanie Wong. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Alejandra Yancey. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Yaimo Yang. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration.
I can't believe it's finally over for the second time, but I hope 2021 it's a better year for us, all of us.
Oscar Yohi Tapia. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Tiffany Yu. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration. Natalie Zepeda. Associate in Applied Science. Illustration. Lorraine Zhou. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Illustration.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and the trustees of the State University of New York, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon all of you who have completed our requirements the Associate in Applied Science degree and Baccalaureate degree, respectively, with all of its rights and privileges. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to recognize you as FIT alumni by asking you to shift your tassel, whose color represents the level of the degree that you earned today, from right to left, and you are now official. Congratulations.
Time to turn the tassel. All right, graduated.
Onward and upward. Congratulations.
Woohoo! Yes, you did it. Congratulations. All that hard work paid off. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. We love you very much. You made it. Please stay in touch.
Woohoo! Yeah! Congratulations! Congratulations! Woohoo! May all your dreams come true.
Congratulations. You made it. You should be so proud. Woo!
Oh.